Hey everybody, what's going on? You guys doing all right? Okay, I hope you're all doing very well. So tonight my wife made me a special treat. She baked me this apple pie. So tonight I'm having homemade apple pie, and I ran down and bought me some French vanilla ice cream to go with it. So, buying ice cream. I got the Yeti out again, so that's what we're gonna do tonight. First things first, as always, you guys put your feet up, okay? Relax. Take it easy, alright? Don't worry about a thing. Just hang out with me for a while, okay? So, let me get some of this ice cream out of here. Can you tell I'm excited? Yeah, I thought I'd tell you guys a little story tonight. A lot of you guys have asked for more story time, so I've got a lot of them. I could tell 1,000 stories and still have more. Okay. Better take it easy tonight. Only 4 scoops. Believe it or not, guys, that pie is still warm right out of the oven. I'll go ahead and get started, and then I'll tell you guys a little story. I know, who eats ice cream with a fork, right? Wow, that is so good, you guys. But I was out in my yard the other day, just doing some, planting some grass seed, filling in the bare spots, and sprinkling my flowers. I'm a yard guy. Just love my yard. Oh, I forgot I got some steaming hot coffee too. But yeah, I love my flowers and my yard. I always have one of the nicest looking yards on the block, and I take a lot of pride in it. Plus, it's relaxing for me to just go outside and tend to my yard. It's enjoyable to me. A lot of times on a really hot summer day, I'll just take my shoes off and just walk around in my yard barefoot, just sprinkling my flowers in the grass and that. It feels so good on a hot day. And I started thinking, I was wondering if you guys know what I'm talking about. If you have a certain attachment or a certain fondness for like a tree or flowers or a plant. They're almost like part of the family. I think after a while you have the same plants or a flower that comes up every year. It's almost could be considered a family member. That's the way I feel. I love my flowers. You guys that are plant lovers, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I have this. It's not a gigantic tree. It's a medium-sized tree out in the front yard. It's a a red maple tree. And before I tell you about the maple tree, I wanted to tell you about some of the other plants I have in my yard that they come up every year. I've got some beautiful hostas. They're out front. I've got some lilies, big, gigantic orange lilies. They come up every year. They just bloomed last week, so I'll have them for maybe a month or so. And I've got 4 o'clocks on the side of the house. The 4 o'clocks, they're a totally separate story. Maybe I can tell you guys that story one time. A special meaning of my 4 o'clocks, but I really love them. They're called 4 o'clocks because they're closed up all day long, and then after 4 o'clock they bloom. They come out in the late evening, and all night long they bloom. And then I've got tulips along the side of the house that come up every year. And I actually have names for some of my plants. I know it's kind of corny, but I have 3 or 4 big, beautiful hibiscus plants. They come up every year, and they have the most beautiful pink flowers on them. And I call one of them Mr. Biscuits because he's a hibiscus, Mr. Biscuits. I know it's corny, but I have little names for them. And every spring, when it gets warm, I go out and I start looking for them, because they die off in the winter, and you have to cut down the dead parts and all that. Make sure you do what's right for them in the fall. That way they come back every year. And every spring, I go out and I start looking for them, because it's. And if I don't see them, I start to get nervous. It's like, where's Mr. Biscuits, and where's Mr. 4 o'clock at? So, and they always come back to me every single year. It's the coolest thing. This pie is so good. It's, like I said, it's still warm from the oven. So, back to the red maple tree. I love that tree for just special reasons. My wife, she called me like 5 times in a row. This was a couple years ago, and sent me just like 10 texts, just this big long line of texts and all these phone calls. And of course I was at work, and it was late at night. I didn't, I saw all the phone calls, and, you get all that, that many phone calls, something's wrong. So, basically she says, can you come home? There was an accident, and, young man, fell asleep while he was driving, and he was on, I live on a busy road. It's a 4-lane road, and he was on the far right-hand lane, and he fell asleep, and his car went across all the lanes of traffic. Luckily, there was no traffic coming in the other direction, because that would have been a terrible accident. But his car went across all 3 lanes, and I have a 2-foot brick wall that lines the side of my yard, right on the border of the yard. His car hit that brick wall, and it went airborne, and hit head on my maple tree. And his car spun through the air and landed in the middle of the road. And the car was just demolished. So when I got home, there were several police there, and it's just always so scary when you go home and you see all these sirens and everything, and they had already taken the young man to the hospital, and of course my wife, she was very shook up. But the reason that I love that tree so much is because right behind that tree, my wife was laying on the couch sleeping. So, if the tree wouldn't have been there, the car would have basically just ran right into my wife, and she probably would have been killed. So, or if the car, when it hit the tree, would have flew towards the house instead of back to the road, it probably would have landed right on top of her. So, a lot of bad things could have happened, but it all worked out for the good. I never really found out what happened, what caused him to pass out like that. But hopefully he's okay, and my wife's doing good. So, and my tree still standing out there. He's missing a big piece, and a lot of people have told me that that tree's probably going to die, but hopefully it won't, and he'll live on for years to come. And my wife actually tells me, she's like, that tree is so ugly. Why don't you just chop that thing down? And I can't do it. I don't have the heart to chop down a tree that saved my wife's life. So we're going to do the best to hang on to it. We actually went out there the other day, and it was a couple weeks ago maybe. We put some, some tree healing, it's almost like tar, over the wounds of the tree, and we wrapped it up with gauze real nice. I don't know, it's kind of a cool looking tree, so hopefully he'll live for a long time. Sorry, you guys, I know there's probably a little more talking than eating in this one, but I do the best I can, because a lot of you guys ask for no talking videos, and I know a lot of you guys like the story times, and I try and switch up my mics from time to time. So I just like to make a wide variety of videos. So if this is too much talking for you guys, I'm sorry, but for those of you that wanted a story time, I thought that was a pretty cool story. I talk to my plants too all the time. Yeah, sweet stuff, it's my thing. I love it. Pies and cakes and cookies. And when my wife starts baking this stuff, wow, I could eat this whole pie at once. Almost forgot about my coffee here. It's my little Potawatomi Inn cup from when we went to Angola, Indiana. There's a campground there, and the Potawatomi Inns there. They have a lot of hiking trails and stuff like that. So I'm hoping this year we can go back again. So it's a lot of fun there. But anyway, definitely let me know in the comments if you're a plant person and you enjoy your plants and your flowers and that. I'm sure a lot of you guys do. All right, I think that's about it. I hope you guys liked that story. Thankfully, everything worked out, and my tree is okay. So all is good. As always, thanks for hanging out with me for a while. It was a lot of fun. I'm glad I could share that story with you. Thanks for subscribing and all of your awesome comments. I really enjoy them, okay? It's really a bright part of my day reading all those awesome comments. And I'm sorry if I can't respond to all you guys. I get so many comments. It's crazy these days. But I do read every one of them, so keep them coming, okay? All right, you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.